Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Hey, what's good? My hair's wet because I just got out of the shower. You guys should also shower occasionally. I don't know if you do or not, but I'm just letting you know. How are you doing? We got Combo Breaker coming up. We got DXPL coming up. Lots of Monster Hunter stuff on the horizon. I am doing good. Thanks for asking. Car crash and all that shit notwithstanding. Don't ever oh my God. Don't ever let anyone tell you that being in a car crash is a fun thing. Because they're lying. It's not fun. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. It was okay. But it was just not fun. Very, very tiring and stressful to get all the paperwork and all that shit done and figured out. Especially as someone who's like never been in an accident before. I've been in like an accident. Like my mom hit a deer when we were kids. My mom and I weren't kids at the same time, but you know what I mean. But like as an adult, and it was my fault. I made a mistake. I got an email today from the insurance company that is like, we are just calling to confirm you. Well, I guess they called me and then they sent me an email as well. They didn't write "we're calling to confirm" in the email, but again, you know what I mean. They were just like, on a scale of 1 to 100, we have determined you are 100% liable for the accident. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, I rear-ended someone. It is my fault. I'm not, I'm not trying to shy away from it. It was my fault. I made a mistake. And the guy in front, like, that I hit, was, like, being kind of sketch about it. And, like, he was, like, tried to, like, drive away without giving me his contact information and, like, his license and registration. And I was like, dude, like, even if I'm at fault, I still need that stuff. And he's like, oh, well, like, I gotta get going. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, do you want me to just, like, call the cops? Like, and say you're, like, fleeing? Like, what the fuck, man? I got your license plate. And so he gave me his registration, and then he gave me the license, and I wasn't really paying attention because, I was on the phone with tow truck to come and get it. And so I took a picture, and then I realized afterwards that he had his thumb over the last, like, 5 digits of his license. And so, like, this guy's, like, really sketchy. And then, despite, like, being in, like, the world's biggest rush to get the hell out of there, his car was fine. It was, like, a Sprinter van. And despite him being like totally fine and like being like, I gotta get out of here, like, I'm like, okay, maybe he's got deliveries to do or something. I don't know, I'm not judging. But then he decided to get on the phone with his insurance and sit in his car for 40 minutes, which, not a big deal. It takes a really long time to deal with insurance. But the problem was the tow truck showed up, and if you know anything about the physics of rear-ending someone, that means that you are behind them. So the tow truck showed up and he couldn't tow me away for 40 fucking minutes because this guy refused to get out of his van or like move his van while he was talking to insurance. I don't know what he was talking. It doesn't matter like what the fuck he was doing, but just like get the hell out of the way, man. Like, and so the tow truck driver and I are just standing there and we're like, we're going to get fucking killed. We're going to get our asses run over in the middle of the most, like, populous, I guess populous isn't the right word, but it's the most used highway in North America. Like, it has more traffic than any other road in the fucking continent. Like, we don't want to be on the side of the road for any longer than we need to. And this guy's just sitting, feet up on his dash, talking to someone. And it's like, dude, you have, like, can you please get the fuck out of the way so we can get out of here? Like, this shit is dangerous for you too, dumbass. I don't know. But yeah, I rear-ended someone. It was my fault. I didn't try to pretend it wasn't or anything. He braked and, I didn't react fast enough. What's funny, though, I guess I can show a picture of the car. Even though we were in, like, the rightmost lane, and for those of you on the other side of the ocean, rightmost lane, I guess it doesn't matter, but the right is still right. It's still the edge. Put image in new tab. Yeah, here, let's take a look at this. I was in the rightmost lane, and you can tell I realized I was gonna crash And so I tried to like swerve out of the way at the last minute, like just to give myself a little bit more space or whatever, onto what is like ostensibly a shoulder. So it's only this half of my car that's fucked up. This half is like, it's still pristine, didn't get hit at all. But so you can tell this is like the edge where I hit, basically. I was basically straddling the line of the lane and the shoulder, trying to just like get out of the way, I guess. I'm doing okay. And, this notwithstanding. Like this, if it looks like crashing into something with a horn. Dude, what's really funny is there's this pole here. And people were on the comments like, did you like run into a pole? How did you run into a pole in the middle of the highway? And it's like, no, that's just on the road. That just happens to be there. That's where I pulled over. This is like a good like 100 meters down the road from where the accident actually took place. It's a good thing, we were going downhill on a ramp, because my car just like the radiator was fucking exploded immediately, and I had no power. So, if it was uphill, I would have been stuck on the road. I was luckily able to just, take my foot off the brake and get over to the side. But yeah, totally fine. Airbag didn't even go off. I was only going like 40, maybe 50 kilometers an hour, which is like, I don't know, what's that, like 30, 35 miles an hour, maybe? No, 35 is like closer to like 60, right? Maybe it's 50. I don't know. Something like that. It wasn't super fast for like a highway speed. I wasn't going like 100. And like it was a pole crossing area. I hopped out in front of me at the last second. I missed the sign though. Airbag refused to support you. That's how much I was at fault. Yeah, 25 miles an hour. I mean, 40 is about 25. Yeah. But anyway, like it wasn't super fast. But car weighs a lot. You're going that speed into something and you don't stop. Like I literally like almost barely braked. I don't know, maybe I was following too close. I don't know. It's impossible to like remember everything. But I remember him like slamming on the brakes, and I just like split second before I realized what was happening, I like swerved and like hit the brakes, and it was like instantaneous almost. Your mother was sucked under a semi. Now she's missing several ribs and legally disabled. Holy moly. Jeez. That's like, damn, dude. Like I know this isn't like a really serious accident. Nobody was hurt. I'm no stolen valor here, but it is still very draining. If not crippling for life. Holy shit. Yeah, I called my boss and I was like, hey, just want to let you know, like, I got someone to cover for me tomorrow because I got to deal with all this shit and I don't know what time I'm going to be able to get my rental and all that. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, it could always be worse. And I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. What the fuck? Like, what kind of response is that? I'm aware it could be worse. I'm fine. No one was hurt. That's something a bit off topic. Do I ever get fan art made? I feel like grabbing the old pencils again. I've had a couple of people do fan art. It's uncommon, but it has happened. I got nothing against it. As long as you're not a huge weirdo about it. And I think, if you know what I mean by that without me having to elaborate further, then it's okay. You're probably good to go. If you need me to elaborate on it, then I don't know what to say to you. Okay, so DXBL is coming up. ! DXBL if you want to see what's going on. We got a fun format. It's kind of like a ranked ladder system. Not really ELO. How's the car? We'll find out soon, man. I don't know. It looks like my mic is still clipping. Or it like randomly clipped there for like a split second. I gotta like find a setting that I'm like really happy with. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What are we wrenching tonight? I don't know. But yeah, the car, because it happened on Thursday. But on a Thursday night, just to check out the late night. No, we're not BNL posting today. I'm just vocal stimming a little bit. Because it happened on a Thursday, you know, nobody looked at it on the Friday. I just got a call today that they're going to send in an appraiser to look at it in person, and then we'll see. It could be worse, is probably the guy just saying, glad you're okay. Oh, 100%. But it was just like a very, like, I don't know if my initial thought was that, like, I thought, hey! Still, nobody knows what that's a little chiptune cover of I made. But yeah, my first thought was like, did he think I was like being a big baby about it? Thank you, Taikaki. Very, very kind of you. Yeah, luckily insurance is going to cover it, but it's still like, it's very unfortunate. And it's especially unfortunate because if you've been, you know, watching the stream the last couple of weeks, February 27th was my last payment for the car. I paid it off like a month ago. And now this. Oh, I had like 30 days of a car with no payments on it. And now I'm hoping it can be saved and it can continue to be a car with no payments on it. But, you know, after an accident, it's just like, car's never the same. You know, my car had little issues, like, but I just got, like, the brakes fixed. I mean, ironic. My brakes were, like, seized up pretty badly last year, and I spent, like, $4,000 fixing all that shit up. And then, you know, just, like, regular maintenance and stuff. And now it's like, maybe that was all for nothing. It wasn't, I mean, yeah, it was all for nothing, because I fucking didn't even use the brakes when I needed to. So my car can crash it all I want. It's paid for. That's also true. At least this way. Because I don't owe anything on the car, if there is a settlement and they just like give me straight cash for it, none of it goes to the company that had the lien on the car. Everything just goes to me. Watching your videos helped me win the game and beat White Mochi. Hey, hell yeah. That's sick. But now I'm like in what if mode, right? I'm like, if I wanted to get a new car, what would I get? I don't know what I would get for it, though. I know we're just looking at the screen. Let me blue book this right now. While I blue balls you guys. Let me check this out. 2017 Mitsubishi Lancer trim. Special edition. Hold on. You guys don't need to know the rest of this info. $10,000. What? There's no way it's only worth that. That's really funny. Let me just look at Auto Trader. They don't even have Mitsubishi on here. That's crazy. There we go. There's a Lancer. Yeah, what? 14,000 for basically the same version as mine with the same kilometers as mine. 14 grand, good price. Special edition. Yeah. That might have been American dollars. I wasn't even thinking that might have been in USD. Yeah, this one's 15 grand. Low kilometers, though. 100,000 kilometers is not low kilometers, brother. This is in worse shape than mine. What the fuck? This car's a wreck. What? Yeah, okay, so probably about 15 grand. That's about what I was expecting. I'd take 15 grand. I might, I don't know. It seems like it'd be a good down payment. I don't think it's going to cost more than 15 grand to fix it, though. Don't buy Tesla. There's probably some people randomly key scratching Teslas. I don't know if it's random. I think they got a reason for it. Hey, Zaf, how you doing? Didn't fix the brakes, never would have been able to get in an accident. It's the brakes' fault. It's true. One with a proximity warning. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be real. The guy did brake, like, really hard. But it's not like it was his fault. Just, it was, I don't know, not smart to just slam on the brakes in the middle of the highway. Unless you're avoiding an accident as well, in which case, you know, you do what you gotta do. But I don't know. Okay, so what do I want to raise? It's still his fault even if insurance didn't pin him with it. He was 0 out of 100 responsible. Gotta pump those numbers up. Okay, so what we're gonna do to look for a monster is we're actually just gonna look at this. So I'm making a heavyweight. And we're just gonna, like, go down the list here and see what I haven't raised recently. It's been a while since I've done Durahan. The last Durahan I raised was a Lorica that never actually got to fight because the tournament didn't happen. Bajarl top tier? I wish Bajarl had more than, like, one build. Galley I've done recently. Golem I've done... Have I done Golem recently? Not really. Oh, no, I haven't. Zilla? I've done a lot of competitive Zillas. It's been a while since I've done Nighton. Been a while. Metalner. Gaboo? Heavyweight Gaboo could be interesting. Bill Murphy's descendant. It's been a while. Really struggled to figure out what I want to do this year. So many choices. Yeah. Milton Berle. Hopper, a classic heavyweight Hopper. I don't know, man. Golem, my problem with raising a Golem is that I would have a hard time not just picking a brow hit, you know? If you don't go brow hit, you're probably inting a little bit, you know? Which isn't the end of the world, but, you know. Trying to think of a new middleweight to raise for myself. Oh, yeah, by the way, I fixed the... What? Why does that clip it? I wasn't even talking out loud. What the fuck? What's with this mic, man? I can like talk loud into it like this and it's not clipping at all, but I'll like make like weird noises and it like clips immediately. Maybe it's like popping or something. You're raising along? Oh. Tire Niton seems thematically appropriate. Radial Niton? Let's take a look. They're all identical. Why is there like 5 versions of this monster and they're like all the exact same? Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to be in hard mode. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit different. Ooh, some of them start with... this one starts with spiked shell, eh? So, Tall Hans. Run and swim. Well, I mean, swim's useless. Swim is just a thing that all Nitons get, but... I raised one of these before? We don't want Niton Ink. Niton Ink is very funny, but we don't want that. I guess the question is, do we want Shell Attack or just Spiked Shell? Just Spiked Shell allows us to get Violent Shell pretty easily. Nothing starts with Grit. Whatever. Let's just get this one. Tall Hans. I think I knew him. Oh, whoops. Oh, we haven't seen that layout in a while. There we go. Call the Niton Short Hans. Short Hans is pretty good. In a speedster or tank Niton? 12 guts rate? I don't know if tank works very well. He's even the color of my car, yeah. I think we gotta call him... And we gotta get the whips on him. This is so sick, though. It just starts with Spike Shell. My names lately have been on point, I'm just gonna say. I didn't come up with 3 times. I came up with 3 times Pimpy, but that was like a group effort. What was the Kamui's name? Someone else came up with that one. That one wasn't me. Here's a shock chain on Niton. Pretty bad. I can't drive. Dude, he's got 55 in every stat. I can't drive 55. What the fuck? I don't know if that's the reference or not, but... This didn't come from Sammy Hagar. It came from Tall Hans. Holy moly. Look at that deep lore. Yeah, Special K. Yeah, I didn't come up with Special K, though. Someone else came up with that. It was sick. Alright. So, Speedy. We're gonna just, you know, blow through this monster's lifespan pretty quickly. The thing about Niton that sucks is that Niton's stats are very, very bad. They are no bueno. So because they're no bueno, you end up in a situation where, like, you do drug training anyway, but you need drugs. If you're not doing drugs, Whatever. What are you doing? Okay, so this file, I think, is this the file I have that has a bunch of paradoxons on it already? I spent some time on this file after the... Yeah, okay, that's literally all I have. Okay, so I am on the correct file. Niton tends to work better as a tank, but only really with like Metal Shell. Metal Shell's got a really fast guts rate. This guy does not, so we can't do it. I gotta think about whether or not it's worth it to get. It probably is worth it to get the big one, Violent Shell. Like, the Withering is just so good on it. It's a little bump in damage and a huge bump in Withering. It goes from 5 Withering to 35. Yeah, we gotta get it. And then... I don't know. What else do we grab? Electric Stab. Do we get Million Whips? Million Whips is a little expensive. Does Pixie have any good heavy builds? So, I mean, Pixie's best hacks are like Flame, Bang, Lightning. That's about it. You're kind of starved on Pixie. She's not very good. Yeah, I wouldn't... I think this is like just out of range of what you can make a tank with. Is Spike Shell a special tech? It is. So, you know, I can avoid the hell of going through errantry many, many times. Yeah, Shell attack starts as a chain, and then it goes from there. Okay, so... my intelligence is already 55, so I don't even need to worry about it. We're just gonna boost our stats and call it. I gotta open advanced viewer 1 sec. Cool. Yeah, the entire line is special. You failed right away, let's go, hell yeah. I do love Niton, though. Niton for lightweight, though. Maybe? Maybe Niton for lightweight? What's the hit percent for Million Whips? Like -6 or something? -10. It's not terrible. It's got 55% chance to crit. Would probably be better than heavyweight with this breed. I think so too. This guy in place of in-ape? I mean, we'll be doing both. I think we're going to do lightweight. I'm not changing the, the title. But we're going to go lightweight. I'm gonna have to do a couple of tournaments. But what do we want for stats? Anger, 500 life, 500 power, 500 intelligence, 400 skill. I mean, it's pretty basic, but it could be pretty good. And that way, you know, I can get like Numbing Whip, and then would I? And they spell disaster for you. Niton Ink would be very funny. Obviously not great in AI control. If I'm running minus skill, then Shock is not the play. You can do a lot of tournaments. Electric Stab. Electric Stab's not too hard to hit. Numbing Whip. Electric Whip. I don't know if I need to go Million Whips. Million Whips I think might be too much of an investment. Or I could avoid the whips. Call his name Rip the Whip. And go for Soundwave X. Which is... Soundwave X is so fucking bad. We'll go for Soundwave L. I don't know why Soundwave X is so bad. So look at these numbers. Soundwave L. 24 cost. 16 force. Not a lot. But it's 14 hit. So that's huge. 12 withering, 15 sharpness, so 35% chance to crit. Pretty good. Honestly, not too bad. Soundwave X, 35 cost for 5 more force, 1 more hit, 6 more withering. Is that worth 11 more guts? 5 force, 1 hit, and 6 withering? I don't know what's up with that, man. We'll go Soundwave L. Curse and Muse Twiddling Chain? Yeah. Goes from, like, Twiddling 2, pretty okay for the cost, and then Twiddling Z is insane. That's my, sorry, to Canada Post a little bit. Violent Shell, Soundwave L, Electric Stab, you go to hell, there you go. Bada boom, bada bing. What does Nighttime Ink do again? Very accurate withering tech. For its cost. It's cost 20, withers 32, or plus 2 hit. It has 2 force though, so it's basically no damage. Very, very good in anger, and extremely good in player control, especially in the original version of the game where the AI wouldn't attack with less than 45 guts. So you could just get into a situation where you hit them with 1 Nighttime Ink in anger and they're locked out for the rest of the game. Say it's like Hair's Foul Gas, except Hair's Foul Gas doesn't... Well... Foul Gas arguably better, just on a monster with a much worse guts rate. The worse guts rate makes it not so good. Is Yodo Suezo gonna get blown up too much in middleweight with all the enemy mons available? If you hit first, I think you win. No one's running intelligence defense. Though I really gotta look into how all that works again. I've totally forgotten from when Selvi first like realized it and they started testing. The whole thing about how your, what do you call it? Your defense mitigation kind of like doesn't come into effect for intelligence until you have like 999 power, and then at that point it like lowers intelligence damage too or something. I don't remember exactly. The numbers are weird on it. Yeah, we'll do 1 more. And then we'll just work on other stats. We'll do some errantries and we'll do some tournaments and we'll be good. Pink Suezo with 406 life. 900 intelligence, 900 skill, 791 speed. That's pretty good. That seems like it'd be okay. Okay, after this Paradoxon, we'll go on our first errantries. He's failing a little bit, it's okay. How did everyone else's weekend go, though? Any you get into car accidents? Oh, man. I had to be home with the boy all weekend. So it was like a nice kind of like de-stress period. Because I got in the accident and then I had to... And Tiana went away for a couple of days for work, and then I had to, you know, had to take care of the boy by myself. Which is, you know, it's fun, but it's stressful because when nobody's home, he does get a little sad. We can leave him to, like, you know, if we want to go out or whatever. He'll come back. When we come back, he'll, like, yell at us and be like, hey, like, where were you? But it's not the end of the world. But when there's only one person watching him and they leave, he gets, like, distraught. Poor guy. You got a fender bender on Tuesday last week? Minor damage and you're okay. Well, that's nice to hear at least. Force 6 Life gives it a chance to live 26 force attacks and blow in its favor. That's not bad. That's like the majority of techs. Okay, yeah, I think that's where we stop for the drugs. Let's go get some techs. So what do we want first? Hit? I don't think we can get Soundwave yet. Maybe we can. That's the only one we can go get. 250. Okay, yeah, we can definitely get it. Coming back to work was hard, but kids were surprisingly chill. That's sick. Bet that doesn't happen often. Okay, these failures are actually, like, not bad for me. Honestly, great, because I'm trying not to raise my stats too much. You know what this guy reminds me of? That one old car in the Brave Little Toaster that gets smushed in the most terrifying song ever put in a children's movie. I can take this kind of pressure. Worthless. Movie rules. It's honestly one of my favorites, like, of all time. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think I belong on the internet because I see so many fucking insane takes. And it was one I saw the other day was just people talking about how shitty the Brave Little Toaster is and how we as a society have to, like, come together to, like, realize it's a bad movie. And I'm like, no, what you need to do is take a bath and, like, go outside for, like, at least 3 hours a day. Because that's an insane thing to write in earnest. The movie's good and you should feel bad for being too stupid to realize it's good. And that's the bottom line because Stolen Cold said so. I don't know what to tell you. Also, people talking about how, like, Donkey Kong Country is a bad game and being, like, very smug about it, when what they mean by bad game is it's a challenging platformer and they suck ass. They're just like, oh, yeah, level design's really bad. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? Level design is, like, miraculous. You guys like Dark Souls, but that shit is, like, half, like, trial and error and half, whatever fucking Miyazaki's whims are. So much stuff is just rage baiting for clicks anymore. It sucks. The thing is, it wasn't. It was, but, like, it bothers me because it is, like, the guy who was talking about it was, like, a composer, and he just kept being like, yeah, the soundtrack's really good though, and I know because I'm a composer, the soundtrack is really good. And I was like, okay, one, no one cares, little bro, no one asked, and two, it is sick. It's really good. But, you know, maybe if you were a game dev, you would understand that the game is actually really cool as well. Maybe that's the problem here, is that you're a composer and you don't like video games. Dark Souls is trial and error. DK is trial and error as well. Any platformer is so. There's a couple of jumps in Donkey Kong that are, like, not super fair. But I'm going to be real. If I could beat the game as, like, an 8-year-old, you are just, like, too stupid to play the game. Like, oh no, I had to play a level a second time. Like, fuck off, you loser. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Donkey Kong being cancelled because it's not woke enough. Woke meaning easy or something. I don't know. I'm insert profession here. During context appropriate discussion has major my dad works at Nintendo vibes. I got it a lot. I saw it a lot in school and stuff because I went to school for music production. And so, you know, I would see people get in arguments, be like, I'm in school for this, and then I know like X, Y, and Z, and it's like, yeah, that's the reason you think X, Y, and Z, because you're still in school and you haven't like gone out into the real world yet. Failure is the fun of the game. You feel powerful mastering the level after hours of trying. I'm gonna be honest. Donkey Kong Country Returns, I got very frustrated with it because I felt it was really hard to see like where platforms were, which is a problem people say exists in the original games, but I don't think that's true at all. But it might have also just been like the screen I was playing on, or like, you know, the setup I had or whatever. I'm not trying to say the game was bad because people love the game. But I just remember being like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, and like just getting tilted over it. Had a lot of that back in elementary school. My aunt actually was a playtester for Nintendo. Hell yeah. That woke Donkey Kong trying to starve King K. Rool by leeching off his banana horde. I was looking for a handout. Saddest thing I ever heard. Hardworking crocodile amasses a banana horde. Doesn't matter how he amasses it. The fact is he amassed it. And, you know, you got these Kongs who are just simply jealous of his wealth and status, and they're trying to take him down. Dark Souls has actually ruined the concept of discussing difficulty as an unwillingness to bash your head against unintuitive or unfair mechanics. Is simply a skill issue. But that's what I mean, is like, if you think fundamentally Donkey Kong is a bad game, you must like contemplate like ending it all if the other option is playing Dark Souls. Are we gonna start saying Dark Souls is a bad game? I think it's like not for me. I thought it was obnoxious and I didn't really like it, but like I feel like if I had put more time into it, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. I kind of gave up on it pretty easily because I was just like, I'm not really liking this. Did he steal the bananas from the Kongs? Who's to say? Can you prove it? That's just one of those things they say. They want their banana reparations. King K. Rool built this island, though. You would? I mean, I think that it's unfair to say it's a bad game. I think it's very obviously, like, pretty well built game. I'm also not, like, super hard on games. You know, people have, like, really strong opinions, and there's, like, a handful of games I've played in my life where I'm like, this blows. It's very rare. I can't imagine, like, playing a game for 40 hours and then just being like, this is the worst shit I've ever played in my life. And, like, continuing to play it. I did that with, like, Evo. Because, you know, people wanted to see me play Evo. And I'm like, I'm gonna, like, give it a shot. But, like, I wasn't having fun the whole time. To, like, enjoy something for 40 hours and then go, in retrospect, that game was kind of ass. It's like, what are you talking about? Find Dark Souls gameplay loop satisfying. Dying 60 times doesn't feel too bad. I think it works for, like, the type of game it is. Right? The last game I remember playing and genuinely being like, this game is hot ass, and like being upset that like I spent money on it, was Metroid Other M. And in my defense, you know, you buy a new game, you don't have access to other games. Like, I was in college at the time, I was pretty broke. And so I had like one new game to play, and so that was the one game I was playing. And I beat the game in like 6 hours or something. On my first playthrough, and I was just like, are you serious? That's the whole game? So one, I felt cheated because the game was so short, and two, nothing happened in the game for that whole 6 hours. Monster Hunter Wilds review that said I played 130 hours and the game is boring. It's like, I think Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is like the best they've ever done. I like Monster Hunter 4 as well, but those were like my favorites. I still played a lot of World and Rise, and I think they're like great games. I think they're fantastic games. They're not what I would like to see from the future of the franchise, but you know, they're great games. They're really well made. And I did find like the end game really, really boring, and I stopped playing at that point because I was like, the grind is just, it's not worth it. Like, I'm not enjoying it enough to make playing it worthwhile. And I think that's fine. It's like, you know, I enjoyed the game. I got to a point where I didn't enjoy it anymore. I stopped playing. Even like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I never beat it. I spent a lot of time fucking around in it. And like sequence breaking and like fighting a level 60 Garchomp when all my guys were at like level 20. And, you know, it was really fun. But, you know, I felt like the game had run its course and I wasn't super interested in the story. So I never finished it. But I don't think it's like a terrible game. It's fine. Kind of respect that a lot of reviews play like 5 hours a game and come to a conclusion because they have to push out reviews so fast now. Yeah. Monster Hunter Burnout is real? Dude, I haven't even bought the new one. I don't know if I will. I've bought every Monster Hunter game since 3 Ultimate, and I don't think I'm going to buy whatever this new... Wilds? I forgot what it was called. I'm just like, it's whatever, man. I feel like I'm not going to like it, and there's no point in putting money into it if I'm not going to like it, you know? Why bother? It's gonna hurt me. It's gonna kill when you desert me. This happened to me twice before. I don't have much of a voice right now because I did karaoke this weekend. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, why is my voice so raspy? But that would be it. Multi-weapon set seems good. Yeah, I mean, I liked the restrictions of Monster Hunter. People love to be like, oh, this guy he liked having bug nets and things like that. And it's like, he liked it when the game sucked ass. And it's like, no, it was like kind of like tiresome to like get your loadout ready every time and like collect paintballs and things like that. But the alternative being the game is just like super streamlined and all like the hunting gathering aspects are now just you go to the shop or whatever. This is boring to me. Not the end of the world, but you know. Internally online, there's definitely a compulsion to complete a thing people think is good. So now your complaints can't be written off as unfamiliarity. Like finishing a bad show. Yeah, I have a family and like friends though, so that's not me. I should move whip to stab. You will never catch me watching something just for the sake of like hoping it gets better so I can like better participate in the online discourse. You're 100% right that people do that. I'm not trying to doubt that because I've seen it happen. But for me personally, I can't think of a worse use of my time. I already don't have enough time in the day to do everything I want to do. Like, why am I gonna be like mad at a TV show? Like, I'm busy crashing cars. Like the helmet song? Crashing foreign cars? Is that on like that was on one of the Need for Speed Undergrounds. There's a sucker born every hour, Lord. What a funny band. Imagine being like the 14th most memorable like new metal band. Little Miss Car Crash, yeah. No, the 1-2 punch with the big damage. All right, you can fuck off. I'm still in it. Got Nat's ass. Look at that. That's Underground 2. I really like Underground 2. I tried playing it again. I found it at like a Goodwill, and it was like $3 for PS2. And I was like, yeah, what the hell? I'll pick it up. And so, you know, I haven't played it in like maybe 2 years, but about 2 years ago is when I got it. During, you know, all the lockdowns and shit. Or maybe it was like just slightly after. But a big part of the appeal of those games is like how good the graphics were. And obviously that shit does not hold up in the year 2025. Like, the games don't look good anymore. And it's fine that they don't look good anymore. It's not the end of the world. But I really still enjoyed it. Still thought it was great. Until, like, the game kind of turns into a slog once you've, like, unlocked all of the areas. The races start to become, like, very samey. But as far as the tuning and stuff is concerned, it was, you know, I really enjoyed it. Better than, like, Most Wanted. Way better than Undercover, which is basically Most Wanted 2. It's like the same assets. Okay, we don't want to lose 2. Okay, fuck off. Yeah, we got him. Poor Nats, I always feel so bad for him. Okay, so we get to do a rematch. Accelerating braking with L1 R1 is weird on PS2. Still a good game. I mean, the cool thing about it, though, is that the buttons on the PS2 are analog. So, you know, it's not great, but, like, if you hold the X, like, you can, like, put different levels of pressure on it to, like, let go on the gas. It's kind of cool. We're gonna get him. No! Back up. I'm mashing! Soundwave has a chain tech? Yeah, it does. Okay, so let's check how many times we used it. Move viewer. 30. So we need 20 more uses. That was a really good tournament for that. Okay. I guess we can use this guy to farm some, like, low-level tournaments. Ostensibly, we did just lose rank E. If I was doing power tax, boy, we would have got it. I gotta use Spike Shell 50 times, too, so... Let's enter some more tournaments, I think. Because I gotta be able to get my defense back down, which I don't think will be a problem. I'm really not in too much, like, trouble right now. I'm gonna call Monster Safari farm Gemini Pots and Hair Chips. It's a good strat. We'll have to do one more skill errantry, so I do want to make sure we're, like, not raising it anymore. Not really, anyway. Like, not in, like, a meaningful way. If I can go one more time, and then we'll have a little bit of intelligence. I guess I don't have to do a ton of... what do you call it? Meditates. I can just stop. So the reason skipping training wasn't in DX, because it wasn't in the original Japanese game for some reason. And this is just a straight up port of that version of the game. It's not fun. Not fun that you can't do it. Look at him do a little wiggle. Hell yeah. I think it's the first life grade we've gotten, and we've already gotten like a 6 before. So it wasn't even like a good gain for what it was. Okay, so I gotta use Soundwave 20 more times. Then we can work on some other stuff. Oaky Man's giving up, come on, man. How am I gonna use Soundwave 20 times? Get him. Okay. There's the grid. Beautiful. 6 times against Nat's pretty good. 7 times, maybe? Nah. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. Did it count as tech uses if they miss? Yeah. Okay, well, that tournament sucked. We got 6 uses. My speed and my defense went up. I think we're just gonna redo the tournament. It's just like bad start to finish. Also, I forgot to say, Lump Mage and Zephyr, thank you guys for the subs. Appreciate it. Okay, let's try this again. We're chilling. Wrong move, but that's okay. I gotta use that too. Okay. Yeah, 119 life going into Oakley Man. Using a move that has like 10 force with 120 intelligence. Not too bad. Tell me the lore for Papa John's redeemable. We raised a monster in Monster Rancher 1 called Papa John. It's not deeper than that. That was a fun stream though. It was like we'd finished a tournament or whatever, and we were gonna raid somebody, or I wanted to play something, but the game wasn't working or whatever. And a good friend of the channel was streaming, and they happened to be streaming Monster Rancher 1, so we're like, let's make a monster like real quick, and then send it to them so we can fight at the end of the stream. And so we raised Papa John. That's when I rage quit Monster Rancher 4. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's just like, I'm done with this shit. Monster Rancher 4 series will be coming out soon. I don't know if I want to do it in tandem with the Nuzlocke. I feel like the Nuzlocke already is too much work as is. On top of like getting Rancher Rundowns out, so I'd probably do it afterwards. Good stream, yeah. That was a fun stream. I was laughing people redeem the sound bit. Last bit makes it look as if the monster is shooting a machine gun. Yeah, well, that he does. In Monster Rancher 1, he has a machine gun attack. Crazy how long ago it is now? That's like almost 4 years ago, yeah. That's crazy. Time do keep on slipping into the future. Yeah, the machine gun isn't like a funny thing I made up. It's a thing in the game. Can I do a Magic Banana tournament? Probably. Okay, how many more uses do I need? Soundwave, I need 8 more uses. Stab, I need 26. I can always use Spike Shell as well. Let's go for it. Opener. Okay. Bad miss against Sleep Bomb. We're chilling. Okay. This game is rigged.
40 Pete's.
Papa John's.
Whatever, we got some uses in. That game, no. Oh, no. Okay, I gotta use it like 8 times. I used it once last game. Let me get in the range! Fuck. Whatever, we're just swinging. Okay, well, I don't even know if I'm gonna get it done here. I need to use it 5 times in the next round. Against Winston? That is the mon to use it against, I suppose. Dude! Okay, so that's enough uses. If I had hit the 95%, we would have won. It's okay. We got enough uses. We can go get the next one. Am I gonna come in last place? That'd be pretty funny. Okay, let's go get the tech right away. Well, we're still in child stage. Our games will be bad. We have like almost 100 loyalty, so there's a good chance we won't fail much, but... Can I forfeit, please? Thank you. Alright, so we got it. Soundwave L, but they smell. Thank you for the seaweed, brother. Cool. So now we need to get the stabs and violent shell, and we're done. I think we're in a spot to like move up. I don't need another Gemini pot, but I can do the tournament and sell it. Because yeah, we don't need to use the sound waves anymore. Oh, wait. I gotta sell some stuff. Disky chippies. I don't know how well this guy's gonna do. I feel like sound waves in lightweight might not be enough damage. What form do I like raising for the most? It depends on my mood. I don't think I have a favorite. Lightweight's fun because there's a lot of different shenanigans you can get up to, but outside of special spawns, it's a huge pain in the ass to lower your drop stats. See back, is it too slow to play in the tournament for Gemini Pot for speedrunning? Yeah. Yeah, you'd lose a lot of time. Even if every monster gives up, you'd probably lose like a minute. I guess we pull. We need our speed to drop more still. Just better power or intelligence. For this guy, power usually. But because we're doing a lightweight build, the tournament allows for mixed attackers to like do really well. So we're gonna do our best to, you know, make the sound wave text work a little bit. Blue Sky Cup. I guess we can get some stabs in. I gotta use stab quite a few times still. But I also gotta use Spike Shell. I gotta use Spike Shell 46 more times. I think we just rip it. Grip it and rip it, baby. Okay. Gotta go. Well, thanks for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Yeah, Stokely Man too. Hell yeah. Frame 1? No, not quite. Yeah, we're still chilling. Missing's honestly not bad, because my goal is uses. My goal is not to, like, win the tournament in particular. If I win the tournament, it's whatever, right? I get some stats. Or I get some money, but... We're getting quite a few uses. This has been a good tournament. Yeah, we're up to 11. Nice. So that was 7 uses in one tournament against 3 monsters. That's pretty good. I gotta see if I have 121, 100 loyalty. Oh, I can't get Nighton Ink because my monster's not bad-natured yet. So because he's not bad-natured yet, I can go on the Intelligence Errantry to get Numbing Stab and Electric Stab, which is going to be really good for me. Because I don't want to have to do any more meditates than necessary to lower my defense. Ideally, we get 50 uses as we beat rank C. That's really the goal here. I want to beat rank D having 30 uses of stab, which I think is probably pretty doable. And I want to beat rank C having 50 uses of Spike Shell. Do another tournament. How goes Nighton raising? Pretty good. So far, at least. Okay. 2 more uses. If I can get 6 more uses here, that's pretty good. Okay, or even 4 or 5. Whatever it is, it's fine. 5 is still 10%. Okay, whatever. 4. Okay. Rank C at least will be a little bit more hard, more difficult to just like roll through like that. I think rank D tournament, I'm going to speed up. Okay. Skill up 2. That's fine. We still have like 70 points we can put into skill. Or 60 points, I guess. I don't know, man. I think it'll be okay. Oh, I feel like I need some more water. I'm gonna BRB. Just 1 sec. I'm gonna go get some water. Hello, Johnny. See you guys in a second. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, so this week I got a couple of videos coming out like back to back. There's one tomorrow, and then we got Rancher Rundown coming out tomorrow, and then we have the Hop About video coming out the day after that, and then probably a Nuzlocke video before the end of the week. So I'm excited. A lot of good stuff in the pipeline. I don't know if I have like a video on raising Niton. I have like the smart bet VOD. That could be like interesting maybe. Like we made him bad as a joke type VOD. What's the lowest guts rate you think Niton would have to be for an efficient tank that isn't Metal Shell? I think purebred Niton can do it, and I think that's where it ends. Niton has a 10 guts rate, and I think that's like about it. The struggle with this build, I mean, getting defense down is going to be a pain. But additionally, the struggle is going to be making sure I get his nature batted in time. Because it starts pretty high. We're at like 84 right now, so I'll have to feed a lot of jellies later. When does the XBL tournament officially begin? So, right now, probably next Monday. You guys will know, like, by the end of the week what's going on. If you've already signed up and you have some stuff, like, you'll be notified. So either the 7th or maybe the 14th. It really depends on, like, how much stuff I get done prep-wise. If I don't feel like I'm in a good spot to have it ready for next Monday, we'll do the 14th. Either way, you're running out of time. Nice thing about jellies is it helps a little bit with the weight later in life. I mean, it's not going to matter for someone with 1 speed and 1 defense, but on a tank it does. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're right. You're right, Macho. Why would I question you? You guys been playing the new patch of TCG Pocket? It's so funny watching like old VODs that like, especially for the Nuzlocke, we talked about it like a lot when the game was like new. And I ended up like ripping so much of the discussion out of the VODs for the episodes because it was just like, nobody cares what like a 4-month-old meta a Pokemon card game was. And we're talking about it as if it's like brand new. Just running some games with Wug Trio. Wug Trio seems fun. I don't have one yet. Okay, so I did quite a bit of ranked over the last couple of days while I was hanging out with the boy. And because I felt bad like working on stuff and like ignoring him, so I like sat on the couch and like played games while I was petting him. And I've been playing mostly the Beedrill deck, which I really like. But I got up to Ultra Ball, and I'm going to be real. I talked about this a little while ago, and it's very easy to say this, and then it's another thing to like actually practice what you preach. I don't think the game is like a good competitive game. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. Not everything needs to be hyper competitive, but there's just too much variance for like your own sanity. It's okay to just be like, yeah, this is like maybe not going to work out. Okay, that sucked. But there's just way too much variance for it to be like a consistent game. What you pull on hand one matters so much, and it's so hard to play from behind. If you lose tempo immediately, you've probably lost. And that can be like completely separate from any sort of thing that you have agency over. It could just be like your opponent drew well and you didn't. And you could have still drawn okay, but if you didn't draw like a god hand, like it might be done. If your opponent draws like 2 oaks and they get to like mill like 40% of their deck in, or 20% of their deck, I suppose, in 2 turns, you know, they have a lot more options than you do. Hand strength in the game doesn't matter too much, but draw power is very inconsistent. A mulligan of some sort would be nice. I would go for that. Though, to be fair, that's kind of what Iono is, and Iono is been screwing me over. There was a game I was playing where I had 1 red in my deck, and I needed the red. I had 5 cards left in my deck and 5 cards in my hand. So basically 10% chance to pull it at any given time, and like approximately like 30% chance to put it in my hand after Iono. I used Iono, I didn't get it. I stall for a turn. This is all I need. I just need the red to win. And if I attack, I lose. And if he attacks me, he probably loses as well. So he's like trying to like gauge the situation. So we're both just like building energies and not attacking and passing turn. Iono, I don't get it. He does it. He does an Iono. I don't get it. I do a second one. I don't get it. And then I get an oak and I draw. And it turns out that the red is the last card in my deck and I lose because of it. So many chances. I just needed the one. Okay, so where am I at with the move viewer? How many uses have I used? I'm not even playing. 27? We're almost there. It's 28. Do we have one more match or is that it? Okay, we have one more match. I just gotta use stab 2 times and I can go get it on errantry. You know, something like throw the hand back and draw 4 instead of 5. Yeah, I mean, I think would be the way to do it. Fuck you, dude. That's okay. We'll do a rank C tournament before we do the rank C official, I guess. Deck being so small, situations like that are so frustrating because it's so easy to count cards. Oh, ooh, Sakura Art. I forgot we lost. Wait, Palmer as well? 3-way tie for first place? Okay, so I've used enough stabs. We're into Spike Shell. I would really prefer to not lose this. Can you fuck off, dude? Dude, what is up with this? Did I still win? This is fucking stupid, dude. Are you serious? Alright, whatever. No. Palmer game to play, I know. Oh, that was awful. But we can just do rank D again with just doing Spike Shell. Stab, we got enough uses, so we can go on errantry anyway. Giratina Mewtwo seems pretty obnoxious from what I've seen. It does do pretty badly against Beedrill, which is nice. You're just gonna let them do that to my boy? I don't think I have much of a choice, unfortunately. Of the vids, thank you. We've been getting a couple of, like, really obnoxious comments lately. This one dude was like, he watched through the entire of the first Nuzlocke. Didn't leave a single comment. So I don't think he actually watched through the whole thing. I think he probably just watched the last episode. But he watched it, and, you know, in the last Nuzlocke, I lost the footage of when we actually won with the Mochi. And he was like, wow, I can't believe you baited people into watching 15 episodes of this shit. And you didn't even finish it off. I hope you felt like shit when you realized you didn't have the VOD and this and that. I'm like, well, I mean, I did, but I feel a lot better knowing you're pissing your pants about it. Like, relax, buddy. It's not that important. Okay, I'll take the use. Fuck it. Let's do the turn. Let's do it. But it's been happening, like, a decent amount lately. People are, like, very entitled for some reason. Also, rip, not only the whip, but, like, the 900 guts I just lost. Okay, that's good. Get some stab uses. Yeah, another shell? Hell yeah. That's pretty good. I'm gonna build your list whenever I pull in the second speed drill. Beedrill? He is kind of a speed drill. People on the internet never changes. It's like, I don't know what it takes to, like, go wrong in your life to leave a comment like that and, like, have no self-awareness about how much of, like, a loser you sound like. Like, nobody's reading that being like, damn, you showed him. They're like, this dude is unloved. Like, it's been that way since the beginning of YouTube. Negative YouTube comments have had such, like, a bad, like, stigma around them. Like, if you're the guy leaving negative YouTube comments. Since the website's inception, it has been, like, a meme that they're, like, the most unhinged comments when they're negative, and they're, like, the most, like, very obviously this person is unwell type of comments. But people still do it. They got no self-awareness to, like, realize, oh, I look like a huge moron. I don't know. You do you, brother. I've got 18 uses of Spike Shell already, which is kind of okay. Numbing Stab, we can grip it and rip it to get 30 uses there. Monster Pups Cup. No, we'll do Rank D official again. Entitlement and instant gratification, since they were gracious enough to give your video a view and a like. I don't even think they gave it a like, brother. Still hoping for a fossil version of Pokeball. Please, devs need to upgrade my little special interest bet deck. I saw a Chatot team today. It's been the first time in, like, months that I've seen someone running Chatot. But yeah, my list is, like, fun. But I've had people like already message me and be like, I don't think this deck is like that good. It doesn't beat everything. And it's like, yeah, no shit. This deck is not the best deck in the game. It's just, it's competent. It can hang with the best decks in the game. Depending on turn order and stuff, it has a pretty good matchup against some of the better decks in the game. It's just, you know, there's a lot of really viable stuff right now, and you can't build to beat everything every time. And I've gotten lucky beating some decks that were like, you know, should have beaten me. So it happens the other way around as well. I'm just like, I'm sorry, did my free content disappoint you? Just move on, man. Yeah, dude, I had this one guy who, I was talking about how I was playing Pokemon Pocket, or Pokemon Auto Chess on stream. And he's like, oh, so I guess we're just not doing the Nuzlocke anymore, eh? And I was like, do you want to edit it for me? And his response was like, you are a small boy. I feel bad for you. You are too lazy to even make YouTube video for me. I guess I unsub. See you later, loser. And I was like, all right, you definitely don't sound like an entitled brat by writing this, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I actually have it saved. It was so funny I posted it in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, we get together and we make fun of these losers all the time, and it's really funny. It's because it's rare, right? If it was like every day, like whatever, it wouldn't be interesting. Where... Dude, this was so funny. He's like, are we just not releasing part 2 of the Monster Rancher Nuzlocke or what? I'm like, do you want to edit it for me? You are such a sassy little boy. It's your channel. Guess I'll just unsub. A shame, really. Such a great game with such awful streamers. It really is true what people say about those who play old games. And I just said, your friends have done you an unbelievable disservice by letting you talk like this without letting you know how you sound. And his response is, my friends are great and very successful, not like you. It's not their fault you can't even edit a video for your own channel. LMAO, lazy AF. Yeah, man, I got... the difference is, when you actually have friends and a social life, you realize it's hard to, like, do your hobbies and, you know, interact with them at the same time. It's so telling when it's like, you don't actually have a social life. You don't understand how difficult this would be. But, like, I can't imagine writing that in the first place. Like, that's unbelievably embarrassing, man. Don't listen to those losers. I'm not losing sleep over it. It's very, like, silly to me. Content is a cow on a trash farm. At least it's not the trash. I feel like the cow would be one of the better parts of the trash farm. If you're farming trash, but you also have a cow, that's like, that's your moneymaker. I don't see them bringing light to the game, running a tournament. Like, I appreciate it. Guys, you don't have to defend me. I understand what you're saying, and like, we're all gonna get our shots in, but I'm I don't need to be defended on it. It's okay. Cows are so cute. Sometimes they smell like shit. They smell like trash on a trash farm, though. I can only imagine writing that as banter with a close friend. That's insane. I think what would make it funny as banter with a close friend is how, like, ESL it sounds. Like, I think that's part of what makes it so funny, is it's very clearly someone compensating for, like, not knowing how to talk to people by, like, using words and, like, parlance and, like, a syntax that, like, no one would ever speak in real life. Because it sounds slightly more, like... Erudite's not the right word, because it's not. They're not using any, like... They don't sound like they pulled out a thesaurus. It just sounds like they're trying to be smug, I guess. And so that's the only way that it would be funny, is if I was, like, talking to Macho. I'm like, you silly coward. Whatever he said, I don't fucking remember. You foolish brute. Like, that's funny. But it's funny because it's insane. If you... Like, you said that to someone as, like, an actual insult, it would not land at all. Have at the, you cur. You salty dog, you. Ignoramus. Try sound like an intellectual being able to perform, unable to form proper sentences. It's just, I don't get it, man. I think it might be because I spent so much time in the trenches being like an obnoxious loser on the internet. You know, I wasn't leaving shitty comments like that to people, but I was on like forums being an asshole to people for liking the wrong bands. Like, you like Trivium? I'm sorry, man, you got bullied. If you were trying to post about the new Trivium album in the hardcore section of Ultimate Guitar, I was there to make sure that you had a bad day. And, you know, obviously being 17 to 21 or whatever it was when I was doing that, maybe 20. I think I ended around, like, the year 2020 or so. Or 2010, sorry. 2020, Jesus. I wasn't born in 2000. I don't know how to do math. Like, I was a huge asshole, but, like, I have moved on from that. I'm, like, very aware of how obnoxious and shitty it was to be that guy. And it feels good to just be able to be like, oh, that's not me anymore. Some people act like that because they go unchallenged. That's literally what I said to him. I was like, your friends have done you a disservice by letting you talk like this without letting you know how you sound. Which I think is, like, pretty scathing. That's, like, right behind, like, bro, I bet this would go crazy in the group chat that your friends have that you're not invited to. Because that hits on, like, a primal fear that most of us have, I think. The slightly smaller group chat that you're not invited to. It's everyone but you. And I know they exist because I've been in them. So I'm sure people have made them without me. Some people just never grow up in a meaningful way. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why people are like that, though. Stranger from the internet here. Thanks for niche content. You're welcome. Played Monster Hunter when I was a youngin'. Cool. Did you play Monster Rancher as well? I'm just kidding. I know what you meant. Don't have to worry about those group chats. I don't have friends. Brother, that's the thing. That means all of the group chats are group chats you're not invited to. That's crazy. You're batting 0. 0 out of 100 at fault for having friends. I'm just, like, curious when they're like, you are 100 out of 100% at fault for the accident. Like, do they, like, what's the algorithm for that? Because I feel like it's pretty, like, cut and dry. Like, I rear-ended him. Like, was I gonna, like, get, like, 6 points? Because, yes, he did actually brake too hard. It's like, you're only, like, 93% at fault or whatever. I know 6 plus 3 does not equal 10, but let's pretend I didn't say that. It's probably autocorrect. It happens a lot. And that's the only reason I even mentioned it, is because, like, so many times new people are like, oh, man, I love Monster Hunter. And I know they don't mean Monster Hunter. Like, they know this game is not Monster Hunter. But it's just they've never written Monster Rancher into their phone before, so the game, so the phone is just like, you didn't mean that. That's not a thing. Nobody's heard of Monster Rancher. What are you talking about? Wish you an easy recovery from the accident. The worst part is getting past the uncertainty. You're taking it well. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I just want to know how much. Well, I hope I don't have to get rid of the car because they don't make that car anymore. They don't make Lancers anymore. So if it's gone, I have to go buy a used one if I want another one. Like, that's it. I can never buy a new Lancer again. Mitsubishi doesn't make them. So I really hope I just get to salvage it and it's not a big deal. And, like, you know, it costs a couple grand to fix it, but it is what it is. I don't know. Monster Rancher is my favorite 50-person community game. We had more people than that in the Deluxe Cup this year, which is pretty sick. Okay, what do I got for uses on Spike Shell? 24? We're halfway there. Rank D should be or rank C should be able to give it to us. That's 3 per match. That could be okay. The same type of thing. I just straight up took it on total accountability for the rear ending thing. Not freeway though. Wasn't awful on the insurance side. So my yeah, I didn't want to do Bon Jovi posting. He doesn't need the credit. We don't gotta give Bon Jovi the credit. What was I gonna say though? So my insurance has a policy where first at fault accident is just forgiven entirely, no questions asked. So I'm not gonna like see any repercussions for that. So it's nice. What's really funny is I added that coverage in December. It was like an extra $20 a month. So already that's paid for itself. Certainly didn't crash on purpose, but awfully nice of them. Yeah, the insurance company is really looking out for me. What was the hardest monster I raised? Oh god, there's been so many that have been like really, really difficult. Have I ever raised a sniper? I don't think so. I think the hardest monster I've ever raised was in this version of the game. Or, not this version of the game specifically, but on Monster Farm 2, the port that came out for the Switch, which is Japan only before DX came out. Basically the exact same game, with the shortened lifespans and all that. I raised a max stats Duckin. And the short lifespan and Duckin's inability to have like a really good combination because it has... I'm not going to get into it, but it's very hard to make a combo for Duckin that starts with really high stats. Because most of its best combinations have it end up with 3% or less chance to like be born, and because of that, there was a bug in that game, and I think it exists in this game as well, where if you have a 3% or less chance to be born on the pedestal, the monster doesn't benefit from combination at all. It's born with base stats. So trying to get this duck into max stats with the text I wanted was such a pain in the ass. I had to redo it like 3 times. And then it was for like the max stats monster quotient, and I fought a Metal Nerd round 2 and lost. It was not good. Nighton hidden OP? I wouldn't say OP. It is pretty good though. Pokemonsters 2, Kraballer. That one was like, I had 1 week left, I think, and it was like re-rolling a lot at the end. Nick Ribcage was a huge pain in the ass. That was a combo of like, it's like a 3rd generation monster to make that happen, because I made one and then it didn't really work out. And then, so I combined it with something, and then the second version got the wrong text, and I was like, okay, whatever, we'll make this work anyway, and I really didn't like how it turned out, so we ended up using that as a parent and doing it a 3rd time. Those were like probably the most difficult ones. Crabballer is a fun build, yeah. Nighton is the most unassumingly strong monster in the game. I think I would argue that like maybe Mew. I don't know. I think in some formats, Nighton's better than Mew. In some formats, Mew's better than Nighton. Okay, what was I doing? I just stats. Tournament? Maybe we do some tournaments. Okay, so I gotta get Spike Shell uses out of the way. Okay, am I gonna get another chance? Let's just not make stab. Whatever. We need to use both of them. Losing is like fine. I probably should just like give up. I don't want to get withered. Leave me alone. Okay, I got guard up. So even if I hit, I won't do any damage. Look at the guts regen. Let's go. Okay, that's a lot of uses. Go for numbing stab. It lands. So we're getting some uses out of this. Spike Shell's up to 28. Numbing Stab's up to 8. Numbing Stab needs to go to 30. Spike Shell needs to go to 50. I think I'm going to try swinging one more. If it hits, I win, and if it doesn't, I lose. It's okay. I'll forfeit here. Okay. I wanted to. Okay, but I only got to use it 20 more times, so we're in a good spot. How did Crabballer do? I don't even remember. It did pretty well in, like, the round robin, right? Speed. It keeps putting my speed up. Skill going up there is not great, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, I can sell Gemini's pot too. Made top 8? Yeah, I think he made top cut, but I don't remember what happened before that. Okay, Mandy Cup. Official. I should have enough uses by that time. I'm not having a lot of luck lowering my speed. Trying to drop it. I'll take greats on life. I kind of don't want greats on anything else. Power, yeah, you know what? I can put 100 more points in the power, so I'm fine there too. Defense, I really don't want to go up at all because I need to make sure my skill is in check. Seventh? In top 8? Yeah, I remember he bustered out. That's okay, though. Yeah, you can't win them all. Mandy Cup. Torbalport? Did really good in the round robin, which is arguably a better result. Yeah, for sure. There's so many tournaments where, like, I've done badly in the round robin and done really well to, like, win the tournament. And vice versa, where, like, I stomp the round robin and in top cut I just, like, go 0-2. The first place curse, baby. It happens all the time. Yeah, rank. This is probably fine. Back-to-back tournaments. Just do as many as possible. Okay, buddy, I'm you but stronger. Ah, you got me. Look at him go. Why is my arena movement speed so slow? I'm a car. I'm car. Oh, wouldn't let me use it one more time. Oh, I didn't have enough guts. That's okay. 3 uses there. Pretty good. Again, we need 50. So 17 more and we're done. I can't wait till I get the version that actually does withering. Okay, we're still in there. 2 uses. Okay. You know how powerful a series is for all monsters? No, we're not done yet. We got 1 coming out tomorrow. And then another one in April. And then I think there's 9 monsters left or something like that. There's still quite a few. Yeah, I'll just give up. It's fine. I don't want to get hit by, like, laser or whatever. So there's still more coming out. Speed again. Can't stop raising speed. I guess, you know, he is a car. Okay, so 12 more uses. Ideally, I would like the next tournament I do to be my last one. So, you know, spike shell uses up. Okay, I'm up to 40. You can just forfeit here. That's serious, that's how you found me? Hell yeah. And they're definitely like the best videos on my channel. I don't think it's like much of a competition. And the Mag Cargo video was fun, and I think the Dragon Quest video is probably the best overall video I've made. But, you know, it's not as informative, it's just opinion piece. Okay, no sneezing on me, brother. Okay, so we're up to 44 uses. That means that we'll definitely hit it in the tournament coming up. And it also means I've probably got a shot to hit my numbing stabs, because I only need 22 numbing stabs. First in pools? Hell yeah. Okay, skill's getting a little dicey. I do need to go on errantry to raise my defense, and then the only way I can lower my defense later is by doing a drill that raises my skill. So it's a little bit sketch, but I think we'll be okay. We're only Adolescent 1. So our stack gains are not very good, which is ideal for right now. I like that format a lot. I think with scope lens items, tone down would be perfect. Yeah, the scope lens was pretty good. We actually have a monster that's like easily capable of beating rank C now. The fear of like losing is gone. I would like my speed to be dropping more than it is, but the one concern here is if I get like big boosts to speed and defense, because I need to win the tournament to be able to get Violent Shell. Doing this, I just realized like how crazy this is to do without giving them Peach first. I don't have a Peach, but it definitely would have made things easier. Design flaw on your account, but you can't know everything. When you're making rules for a tournament no one's ever done before, sometimes things are just going to be broken. You got to try real hard not to make it that way, but you can't Like, you're gonna make mistakes. Like, when I did Smart Bet, I didn't think just, you know, min-maxing on stats with a bunch of text that you can't possibly do any damage with would be good. And it was, like, the best strat. Power straight, big damage. We're still living, though. We're chilling. Okay, how about you back up? Dude, stuck against the wall. You hate it. Losing to Reknin. What's going on here? Okay, I only got to use it 4 more times, though, and then we're done. So I think we're going to go a little safe. And get some stabs in. Yeah, let's try a Spike Shell. Hell yeah. Okay, so I only need 3 more. So also the fun part of that is people figuring out broken strats. Yeah, for sure. If I could, like, tie with a monster and then have an additional fight, I think that would be real slick. Okay, good. I think I win. I don't know if you can do enough damage. Having no speed sucks. No speed and no anger. Dude, he's locking me out against Stutter Step. So maybe we won't be ready with numbing with Electric Stab, but we will definitely have Spike Shell, because I only need to use it 2 more times. I don't even know if this guy's gonna be any good, man. We're just swinging. Okay, Gunburn so far has only lost, or Reknin so far has only lost 1. Zamber's only lost 1. There's a good chance for a tie here. Okay, I did not like him dodging the 71 twice in a row, but what are you gonna do? Okay, I got some uses in. We're up to 16. I gotta use it 15 more times. I don't think I can do that before the end of this tournament. But that's fine. As long as I can get my my Spike Shell uses in, we're good. Okay, Meow's fine. Now we just need to win the tournament. I think I needed that. I think I needed that. Okay, 20. 10 more uses? It's possible if everyone's lost twice. And if I lose to Zamber, I lose the tournament. So this will be real unfortunate if I lose. So we're just going to build up guts and then swing once we're at an advantage. Play this properly. Okay, so 23. So I gotta use it 7 more times. That's like 1 tournament in rank B. Let's go do special errantry. We'll go get Violent Shell. And then we can use the tournament to set our techs. And then we'll be good. I gotta get my nature down, though. So that's like a thing we gotta start working on now. Skill, intelligence. Oh my god. Okay, 40 intelligence. His intelligence gains are not great. It's only a 3. So, or his skill gains are also a 3, sorry. I don't know, man. I really hope we can roll an errantry where he fails. Him only being in adolescence, I think, might help. A little bit, at least. Holy fuck, 12? Oh my god, dude. These gains are unreal. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll and try and get one where I fail a 1, at least. It is his best stat gain. I could go... what do you call it? I could go 500 skill, 400 life, but that is just like ostensibly worse. It might just be like actually worse because, you know, I have all these high hit techs. Okay, 54 defense. We got 1 fail. Here's the time to start doing sweet jellies. Gonna take us a little while to get our nature down, but... At least we failed the last week of errantry. Next B rank we should do is in April. Okay, can we get a good drop here? Drop of 2? We might be rolling a little bit, folks. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, I'll take drops of 3. Drops of Jupiter in her hair. Yeah. That might be one of my like least favorite songs of all time. Train hasn't suffered enough for their crimes. I say this knowing that Macho's wife like loves Train. Did I not sell the 2 seaweeds? You see them again later this year? Oh my god. Is he so gangster? He's so thug? What a line, man. I'm so gangster, I'm so thug. You can have a shrimp. Don't forget about the shrimp. Don't forget about the shrimp. If I can get -3s the whole way, I think we might be able to make it work. Just glad she's having fun. And honestly, that's what it's about. I went to so many shows with Tiana when we were like first started dating. And, you know, I discovered like a lot of cool bands that way. But like me and her are into very different music. So occasionally I would be at a show and like actually like be doing my best to not be falling asleep. Like I don't want to be here. We do it because it's important to her. And spending time together is, you know, fun. Yeah, okay, we'll take it. I'm going to see Hosier in September. I only know the Take Me to Church song. I don't know anything else by him. That's cool, though. Last show I went to was Suicide Machines a couple of months ago. That one was sick. I need a bigger loss than 1. It might seem like crappy to be like reloading like this. There we go, -3. But like I'm really trying to maximize how much I'm dropping my defense by. Because if I can go like 12 points additional skill, instead of stopping at 400, if I can go to like 412 or 413, I guess would be the right break point, then, you know, my build is still mostly saved. Are there drugs that can lower defense? No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, there's Paradoxin, but we're beyond being able to use that right now. Power and defense will increase, however, life decreases, and life and skill will increase. Speed will decrease. Yeah, so you guys can't see what I'm seeing. Do you see what I see? You don't, that's the thing. But I'm lowering my defense, making sure it's dropping by 3 every time. What's the spread I'm going with? I want to do 500, 500, 400. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit it, so I'm going to do as close to that as possible. Whatever my defense gets to 0 at, however much skill I have, the rest will go into life. He's getting too many greats, by the way. Keeps fucking up his nature. I'm like not paying attention and like praising the greats when I should not be. Yeah, Paradoxin lowers defense and speed by 10%, but it also raises your skill and power by 30 every week. And I'm really trying not to raise my skill anymore. So, we're a little stuck. Hey, that's more seaweed. Cool, man. This man's a big seaweed fan. He loves Losing Skin. Good song. Only status gaming, you cannot lower it in some way or form of skill, yeah. Which is why we're in the struggle mode right now. Are making Sinisterhood, I had to sacrifice some life for skill for some reason? Probably the same reason. Okay, next time it does great, I have to like actually scold it. Always wants razor blades, he's got to put them in his knife. Okay, so we're definitely going over 300 skill. But realistically, 10 more? If I'm getting like 3 or 4... I don't know, I think we can make it work. He eats them? It's his favorite. Look at him wobble. He's such a wobbly boy. Without any milk? He likes him crunchy. Okay, so I hit 400. I got 27 defense left. Realistically, that's like 9 more drills. If we can get -3s. Less if we can get -4s. Power I'm not worried about at all. His power gain is not only bad, but speed is almost at 0 already, so... We do have to do, like, one more tournament, and I'm really hoping it doesn't raise my defense when we do it. We'll re-roll if it does. Okay, we're down to 30 nature. It's a long ride to the bottom, nature-wise. Let so many monsters have power of flight or levitation for no reason. Well, he's like a swimming boy. He swims through the air with the greatest of ease. In tournaments, he's like... You know, he's on the ground. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. That's a -1. I can't take that. I would love a cheat. I think his chance of cheating is very low, but cheats give you not only bad stat gains, but also there's a chance to roll -4 on the stat that gets lowered, which is like ideal for a situation like this, where you're not really worried about raising your stats, but you're more worried about lowering one. +21 defense, mocking me. Hey, look, a perfect week to go buy some sweet jellies. Sweet jelly. Like how Mew can twiddle the fly. Yeah, I don't know. And then that's like canonically like how the move is supposed to be used or something, because in the battle card games it only hits flying opponents. Okay, we're into neutral nature. We're getting there. Very slow grind. Defense is at 18, speed's at 11. I love Mew, man. I'm kind of sad there aren't more ways to build it. There's like a lot of good techs on it. So I guess there are like a lot of different variations, but they're all fairly similar. There's nothing that's like leans heavily into like one aspect of its gameplay more than the others. Everything's like pretty crit based. Okay, I got a chance to scold here. Which is good, lowers my nature. Plant can fly and doesn't even have any attack space around it, not until 3. That's true as well, yeah. And gifting all the monsters the power of flight. Maximal Zap Lightweight was something I was thinking of, but I went with a Dragon and Kato instead. I guess, yeah, that's a thing. That's interesting. If I scold it, there's a chance for a cheat, but either way, it was -2. Okay, 12. So if we can finish at 25, I can go 475 life, which is, you know, that's acceptable. That's pretty tanky still. Okay, -14 nature. Getting some cheats would be real good. Okay, 9. Maybe we can't get 425. Maybe I swap over to power, and then once its nature is lower, I try to finish off defense last couple of points. I'm an adolescent too, though, so it's, you know, either way, hard to lower my stats at this point. And I'm just resting because it's quicker to feed him sweet jellies every single week than it is to like do like no rest. God, that's such a bad game. Okay, minus 34. We're actually getting close. His minimum would be minus 45, I think. Yeah, because he starts at plus 55. So we're almost minimized. It's a really high base nature. Cheat? That's pretty good. I can avoid scolding it. Okay, so I think it's maxed out. Yeah, minus 45 nature. Speed's almost there. Defense is almost there. Cavro, I can go get a peach. I could technically get it. I have enough intelligence, but okay. So now we're in cheating territory. Can we get some cheats? Okay, so that's a cheat, but the ratio is not good. You drop 1 defense and gain 3 intelligence, or 3 skill. He keeps doing that, which is like not crazy, but he's done the exact same roll like 5 times in a row. It's killing me, brother. Okay, so this is plus 3, minus 3. That's okay. And now we just go back to no rest, I think. And where this is going to get awkward is doing the last tournament. Last tournament has a chance to fuck up our stats, so we need to, you know, do our best to like re-roll if it's like a really awful type of game. We only got to use the move 7 times, so it's possible to like lose, like forfeit after landing it enough times. Dude, he's cheating a lot, but he's only getting -1 when he's cheating, which is like the worst possible roll. Okay, there's a 3. Went over 425. But that's okay. Honestly, that's the... like, whatever. And then I just dropped 3 extra points from life. So instead of 475, 474, 473, 21, 471. Could try to rank above so it's less likely you win. Yeah, that too. But whatever, 3 extra points in defense, I'm not too stressed about. I lose 4 points in life. Heals Cup even might be a good tournament to try, because there's 6 monsters in this tournament. Some of them are quite easy to beat, but, you know... I didn't have to force it. I only gotta use it 3 more times, then I can withdraw. I didn't mean to do that. Poor Donovan. He's so bad. God, arena movement speed's so bad. I can't, like, walk forward. There we go. There's my 30 uses. Now we can withdraw. How's the build going? Good. We're going to be a couple of points over. Like, we're going to have a couple of extra points in defense. So, unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. We'll just forfeit here. Oh, my, what the fuck? My monitor's connected? I literally can't tell what's happening. Okay, there we go. My monitor, like, lost power for a second. All of my windows are all over the place now. Okay, this goes over here. God, too many windows, man. Too many Microsoft bimbos. Auto curse the match. Big banana too strong. It's literally as soon as it was about to land, my screen went black. This tournament's got cool colors for the sub-breeds. You got stuff like Rank S, which is just like all gray and black and red. And then Aqualine's like the only thing that's a little bit different, and it's like barely different. This one's got like a bright purple and a yellow and a pink and a brown. It's also the only like pure ape. It's the only time you see that. And give up all the matches left, yes. Don't think you've ever seen these monsters before? Sorry, we're not seeing the rest of them. Yeah, this is the Heels Cup. Fame went down, oh no. If only there was a way to do something about that. I really like the brown they chose for Ape's icon. It's almost got like an orange tint to it. It's cool. Okay, so let's get a star prune in him. Get that prune in ya. There, that'll fix his fame. And now we're ready to go on our last errantry and finalize our stats, and we're good. So yeah, we'll go... I guess, yeah, 500 power. We'll go a little bit less life. I do think the less life means that against like Blue Phoenix or whatever, it's going to instantly lose. Maybe I could go one level less. I can go 488 and then 488 power. Maybe that's better. How's it going? It's going good. Okay, last errantry. We're done. Build's gonna be okay. A couple extra points, not the end of the world. With my luck, I'm gonna lose on like a damage roll because I didn't have those extra 3 or 2 points in life or whatever. Oh. I can't go Pare Pare anymore. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even think of that. I'm bad-natured now. So I'm gonna get Nighton Ink. Womp, womp, womp. That's fine. We'll just keep it at Numbing Stab. It's a cheap option. I don't want to be in Slot 1 anyway. Gotta get Nighton Ink. I don't want to, though. Very funny in a format with few speedsters, but, like... My guts rate isn't fast enough to be, like, trying to wither like that. Maybe, you know, I can wither 64. You know what? I'm going to make a split save. The one I make tonight, I'm going to do without Nighton Ink, and then I'll make another one with Nighton Ink, and we'll see. I'll see if it's, like, any good at all, but... Because even this, like, I think this is okay. Electric Stab would be nice to have, because you want to cover up Whip as much as you can. Like, Stab is not good. It's, like, okay for the cost. Whip is very accurate and does 0 damage. This is one of the only monsters whose, like, 2 techs are, like, really differentiated in, like, a meaningful way. Without them being, like, not really bad. Like, Whip is not good. Anything with less than 10 force is, like, pretty awful. But it does have 9 more hit percent than Stab does. Nighton Ink is not optimal? No. Nighton Ink is, like, pretty good if you have control over the moves. But if your opponent does... Or, sorry, if the AI does, not so much. So we're just going to do the last little bit of building its stats up, and then we're good to go. I can't scold it anymore. At least we're almost there. Nighton Ink's problem is that it doesn't do any damage. So it becomes like a very situational tech. Great withering. Like incredible withering for the cost and the accuracy. But if you can't control when it's happening, you know, what if he uses it when your opponent's like way up in the game? If you need like a big damage move and you're swinging Nighton Ink, is no bueno. I didn't even check when we did the tournament. Here, let me enter this tournament. I want to make sure I have Violent Shell on. Okay, I do. Violent Shell is active. That's all that matters, really. Okay, we gotta get intelligence to 500, power to 500, and then life to whatever I have left over, basically. Hey, Foxbomb, how are you doing? Also, yes, thank you to everyone who's wished me well for the car accident and all that. We're fine. Mistakes happen. I remember one time I was in a McDonald's drive-thru, and the guy drove, like, I was watching him, and my first thought was, like, this guy's drunk. Because he drove into the curb, and then backed up, and then drove into the curb again, and then backed up, and then drove past the window. And then as he was backing up, he obviously didn't know I was there. He's drunk as shit. And so I'm, like, honking. I'm like, beep, 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 beep. And then, like, more, like, aggressive. And he just keeps backing up, and he hits me. And then I'm like, brother, are you, like, drunk? You're, like, driving a child around in the car, and, like, you're drunk? And he's like, it's called insurance for a reason. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, it's got nothing about insurance. Like, you're a fucking menace to society. Like, what are you doing? Driving your daughter around? You're drunk in the McDonald's drive-thru? And then he's like, I'm gonna go wait in that parking lot, and you let me know if there's any damage to your car. And, like, there wasn't. It was, like, he bumped into me at, like, 2 miles an hour, but I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And, like, I was mad that he was, like, drunk driving. Going real fast and real left, son. Ooh, boy. Boy, howdy. I didn't even care about the fact that he hit me. But he was like, it's called insurance for a reason. And I'm like, what? Like, that doesn't even make sense in context. Or no, it wasn't even it's called insurance for a reason. He's like, that's why they call it insurance. And it's like, were you having like a conversation in your head before you got out of your car? Because it doesn't like, that's not like a valid response to what I said. I asked if you were drunk. I was like legitimately mad though. And, you know, I didn't know what to do because I'm like, do I want to call the cops on this guy and then have it turn out he's just like a really shitty driver? Like, I didn't know what to do. So I asked the girl in the drive-thru, and I'm like, did he like seem drunk to you? And they're like, yeah, we called the cops. And I'm like, oh, okay. Love when Nathan's eyes go awooga. He just saw the most beautiful girl in the room. The girl reading this. Okay, so I need 17 more points in power. We're still not in prime yet. This guy's got 450 weeks of lifespan. Oh, man. Oh, Rovist. Wait. Oh, yeah, I could get Numbing Stab or Electric Stab if I went on the skill errantry, but I obviously don't want to raise my skill anymore. I remember there was this one like stand-up bit. I forget who it was, but it was like if you see someone at night driving erratically, your first thought is they're drunk. But if you see someone driving erratically in the middle of the day, you never assume that they're drunk. And it's like, oh, they just got a dog on their lap or something. Like that makes it okay. But they might be driving drunk, you don't know. But drinking just has like such an attachment to like nighttime, you know? Okay, what are my training check here? Pole, can I get a 6? 8 to 11. 4 to 7. I need a 6. So we're gonna do 1 domino and hope we roll a 6. That's a 7, that's too high. Nighton's like a deviant little fella. He's got like the gnarly teeth and like the bulging eyes when he wants something. The like fucked up face he makes here, blah, with like one eye that gets big. I love him. What a cool guy. I like how all of the monsters I'm entering in the DXPL this year are just like funny things. Like, not, I guess the Kamui is like ultra tryhard, but the rest of it has just been like very goofy. He has Toon Force, he does. Man, I've talked about this before, but I remember when Toon World came out, I got a pack of Magic Rulers, which was the set that the Toon World stuff came out for Yu-Gi-Oh! In. I gotta say no, I'm sorry, brother. And Toon World's initial printing, and I think it might still just say this, is that this card is activated by paying 1,000 life points. And so my friends and I, who were, I don't know, in grade 6 at the time, whenever it came out, or 7 maybe, were just like, do we just play by the rules of the game on like the TV show? Like it turns everything into a Toon monster and like you can't attack it, because none of us had like seen a Toon card. We had just seen like the Toon World card. And so I like I scammed so many games for like the first week when that set came out by just having Toon World and being like, nope, you can't attack any of my guys. Everything I have is invincible. And everyone was like, yeah, it checks out. I watched Pegasus do that. But like, you can't blame us. I remember thinking that Fusion worked originally like it did in Forbidden Memories. Like, my friends and I would play as if like, okay, in Forbidden Memories, if you mix these two cards, you can get Twin-Head Thunder Dragon. So we would just do that and like put the cards like on top of each other. They didn't think to shoot your Toon World into the moon? It's true, they didn't. And then I remember I got my first starter deck. I got the Kaiba starter deck. And it was like, which was not the good starter deck because it didn't come with Summon Skull. But that's neither here nor there. I just remember being like, reading the rules for the first time, being like, oh man, we've not been playing this properly. When Kid had the patience to read those long effects on Toon Monsters. That's true as well. I remember like going to tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff and coming back to the schoolyard and people were still playing like you didn't need to like summon, like tribute summon, and you could just like play whatever you wanted from your hand. I can't let anyone know about this. Exactly. Ancient Gears. I pulled literally one pack of Ancient Gears and I got Ancient Gear Golem in it. My cousin and I took a walk to town and we were gonna like rent a game or something, and then we were in the store, the game rental store, and we were like, oh, there's like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I bought one pack and I got Ancient Gear Golem in my very first pack. Then I think I bought a second one and got Gear Fortress, and then was like, I'm just the luckiest dude on the planet. What am I doing? I need more light drills. Only light drills. Face up defense position was the biggest lie. Yeah. The idea that you could do that. I mean, there's no reason for you to want to do that. Right? Like, it's always better for your opponent to not know what they're attacking into. But we would still do it. I guess if you wanted the effect to go off immediately. I think the funniest thing we did was when you like flip summon the monster, we would like flip summon it in defense mode. Like it would stay in defense mode, so that made shit like Man-Eater Bug unbelievably powerful. Because if they attacked into it, something died. And if they didn't attack into it, you could just flip it up and keep it in defense mode and still kill something. There's like no risk to it. And then, yeah, I remember going to a tournament and being like, I gotta like play with real rules now. I can't be scrubbing out. I had a Relinquish deck I was running at the time before it got banned that obviously was doing very well because, you know, player skill or no player skill, it's a good-ass deck, good-ass card. Okay, training check. I need to see... Study. 8 to 11? I need 14. So I can't get it right now. If I get a great, I could get it, but that's like, that's asking a lot. That's an 11. Fuck, man. Oh, okay, so I gotta wait till I'm out of Prime. Let's just raise life. And then I'll get my intelligence up later. You can imagine going to a tournament still following kid rules? Well, I mean, the game wouldn't be fun. It would just be like, oh, okay. No, I've actually got an invincible force field. Magic doesn't work on me. It's just like playground shit. Like, nuh-uh. You can't get me. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, you know, Pokemon was obviously huge. I was like the demographic Pokemon was made for. I was like 9 years old when it came out in the West. And so obviously that shit hit like wildfire. And people on the playground all the time would be like, you know, making up their own Pokemon or whatever. And there was always like an arms race of like who could make the most powerful guy, as if like there was any way to actually test what was strong and what wasn't. And I remember I always thought it was like interesting to like make guys that like had weaknesses or like they had to like overcome something. or whatever, you know, like, oh, you found my fatal flaw, you got me, oh no, I'm dead. But I had friends who were just like, nah, my guy's the strongest, there's nothing you can do, he's the best. And it's like, okay, that's boring as shit. I remember one time we were like, you know, playing make-believe on the playground, and I had my little clique of friends that like did this all the time, but I remember seeing like another group of kids that I never really like talked to or hung out with that were doing it. And so my friend and I went over, we were like, this would have been like grade 4 or something like that. And we're like, hey, can we play? And they're like, yeah, we're playing, you know, whatever, made up Pokemon or whatever. But you can't use something that already exists. You got to make up your own guy. And my friend, who I had been like, you know, playing these like make-believe games with forever, has like hundreds of like made-up guys drawn down that he's made. And he's like, can I... because they were like, if you don't want to play with your own guy, then we're not going to play with you or something like that. And... out of nowhere, he's just like, okay, I'm going to be Angemon. And they're like, no, you're banned. Like, immediately. I was like, what the hell, man? Okay, so I need a 17 here. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so I get... no, I could have kept that. That was okay. But it was just like, you could have picked anything. You've got your own like stable of like guys you've made up, and you're like, I want to be Angemon, and they're like, no, we will never be friends with you now. They're being like, what the fuck, man? Why? You got a million goofy little guys. I gotta find like my old sketchbook. So many of them were just straight up like, this is a Pokemon. Like, I saw a Pokemon, but like, you know, I didn't have the games yet. So I remember drawing a guy that was basically Pinsir from memory. But what it was is basically like a big rectangle with horns on his head and like a buzz saw, like, shell. Like, I don't think I remembered it was a bug. Or I just saw it in passing. Hey, nice Doomsday! Nice Doomsday. Huge success on the Nuzlocke. Did you win? Welcome in, welcome in. Pinsir? I don't know what I called them. It was probably something like ultra like cringy. Oops. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I remember instead of Pokemon, and this is true. This is... why would I lie about this? I don't need to preface this as saying, like, this is true. Like, you're gonna believe it. You're not gonna be like, oh, he's making this up for content. Because it's not funny enough. And it's certainly not cool. But my version of Pokemon, I think I made like 400 guys, were called Psychomon. Because Psycho, to me, meant cool. You can thank, I don't know, the fucking Hardy brothers for that. I don't know why. But instead of buying Pokeballs, you had cubes that you threw. Original idea, do not steal. And instead of Pokemon badges, you got Psychomon licenses. I was a pioneer, is what I'll say. Not win, but we made money with Draco Mochi and successfully made a Worm Gel A-Rank Expedition Monster. Proto Pal World? Literally, yeah. You know, when I did it, I was ripping the game off. But when they're doing it, they're business geniuses. That's the difference. Timing. I was too early. Too early to market with my Psychomon. Also, like, the stuff I made ran the gamut of, like, cool dragon. And then I remember one time I left my notebook out. My dad drew a couple of guys. And he drew a guy that was, like, just a pencil with arms and legs holding another pencil as, like, a sword. And I was so fucking angry because, like, he ruined my, like, super cool and, like, very serious work. Even though that was, like, easily the coolest thing in there. And I remember he made, there's literally Digimon like that. Dude, I'm saying, ahead of the time, my family. He also made a guy that was like a toilet with arms and legs named Grand Poobah. Which, to this day, like, makes me laugh to think about. But I was so upset. I was like, how dare you defile my fucking book with your Grand Poobah. He's killing it, though. And my dad was, like, a pretty good cartoonist. Like, my dad is awesome. He was high all the time. Practically saying cool. Well, fantastic in Japanese, so you're just ahead of the curve. I definitely didn't mean it like that. I meant it in like a cool, fucked up way. I don't know. 1998, man. What are you gonna do? It was the Attitude Era. Okay, I gotta start thinking about what I want for my stats here. So let's do some math real quick. If I put 14 points into intelligence, okay, let me pull up a calculator. 1400. I guess it doesn't matter, my intelligence. Minus 500. Minus 426. Minus 1. Minus 3. 470 life. So I can put 16 points in. I think I can get 8s. Yeah. Oh. That's annoying. I get a +1 on run. So the lowest I can get 9 to 12. And I need 16. Well, we're gonna have to do the unthinkable. We're gonna have to tank his lifespan. Still in prime, eh? This dude's lifespan is crazy. Alright, I just lost like 50 weeks lifespan. Certainly, he'll be out of prime now. Okay, subprime, perfect. So now, if I do run 7 to 10, okay, so I can get 2 minimum rolls on run, I'll be okay. And then intelligence, I need 14. So yeah, 7 to 10 on both. So I need 4 minimum rolls back to back here. I'll do intelligence first because it'll look better. Give me a 7. That's a 10. I guess I could also technically cheat. A cheat would be okay. Either way, I gotta get exact rolls. This is a bad cheat though, because it puts me at 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I can't get it. If I can get a 4 on a cheat, it'd be fine. Dude. It's okay. 4 more weeks and we're done. That's a 9. But yeah, that's I don't remember, like, it's just like, let me have my own stuff, right? That's why I was mad about my dad doing it, but it was undoubtedly funny. Alright, one more intelligence drill. There we go. Perfect. Had to roll like 6 times in a row. We didn't get it, and then we get 2 back to back. Beautiful. So now I need 2 minimum rolls in life. And we're done. Nature's minimized. Oh, my stress. I didn't even... Fuck. Whatever. Whatever. I don't have anything that'll stress him out.
Alright.
It's fine. Smoke Snake doesn't have stress. Hey, thank you for the follow. 0 star. Whatever. We forgot to boost his stress. But we didn't go with the high crit, so it is what it is. Whatever. We missed out on 10% chance to crit. No. Finally caught a live stream? Yeehaw indeed, brother. How are you doing? Okay, I gotta go one more. I went over. I'm from gym, ready to relax. Doing good. Okay, so this will give me 1% extra chance to crit. So I'll have 11 instead of 20, which obviously not good, but I completely forgot about it. That's fine. We're none of us perfect. He wants to get 9s. Or 8s, I guess. I need a minimum roll. I need a 7. Yeah, I'm doing good. I went to the gym earlier today. I had my boxing training this morning. I think sparring has like really, really helped. Not only like with, you know, the cardio aspect and like the actual fitness of it, but just like after I've done sparring, going back to the pads feels like way better. Brother, he's killing me. Patiently waiting for this game to go on sale. It's been on my wish list since the beginning of February. Right after it went on sale and you missed it? Oh no. Yeah, it goes on sale fairly frequently though. Yeah, boxing has been like really nice. I'm actually like at the lowest weight I've been in like 2.5 years now, 3 years maybe. For the last 3 years, I've been like going between like 180 and like this Christmas was like the heaviest I've ever been at 195. And so I was 195 at Christmas and I'm down to 177 now. 1900, hey, look at that. Can't believe we forgot the stress. Maybe I'll remake him with better stress, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I can't imagine I'm gonna go through the effort, if I'm being real to myself. Okay, what time is it? 11:22. We can do a couple of test battles. "2020 was the healthiest I've been, and now I'm like not that, so working towards it, but mostly for health. So just diet and cardio right now. Toward weights or something fun like boxing or BJJ. Hell yeah. Yeah, I boxed when I was younger, and many, many years removed from it. Basically, I was like 17 when I was doing it, so the gap between when I was born and when I was boxing is about the same as the gap between now and when I was boxing. But it's been fun getting back into it. I'm just not, I'm not as fast as the young guys, which I think is understandable. Against dragging it out, hell yeah. That's the new and improved Chiquita Yida, but I don't want to use him tonight. Monster Thumb? Okay. Okay, start prediction. Who do you like? It's so funny how like viewership on Twitch is like very consistent. I'll start off the night with like 40, it'll go up to like 50, 60, sometimes it like peaks around 70 for something like this, and then it'll go back down to 50 or 40 near the end. And then YouTube will be like 20, 80, 20. Like YouTube is just, I don't know how the algorithm works or how people find the channel, but it's showing it to people who don't give a shit, which I guess is nice. At least it's showing it to someone. Oh, I made this like a minute-long bet. Everyone betting on the dragon, eh? I see how it is. Just wait till I proc guard and then spend 40 guts to do 0 damage. Then who's laughing? 9,000 on dragging it out. And that was almost all macho cheeses, though. Alright, that's fair. New I Want You Died? Okay, cool. So we'll do thumb and I Want You Died. Violent Shell, 27%? 27%. Holy moly. Flutters. Eat shit. Oh, he got me the second time. Rip's not getting angry yet. He's having a good night. 51% on Soundwave L. Ooh, good crit. Gives him power, though. Watch out. He's got a bone to pick. Is he going to get to use anything? No, he's not. Numbing Stab, 1 in 3rd chance. It misses. I simply wouldn't have missed the 92 flutters. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm built different, though. Game number 2. Oh, Soundwave L missed? Unfair. Unfair. No anger yet. Just hanging in there. Bite. A little bit of damage. Good crit, though. Regular Soundwave. Not going to do a ton of damage. Good withering on it, though. Another bite. No anger from Rip the Whip yet. Oh, foolery into the wing combo. 114, he does not have a grit. This is like an issue with my monsters, like not proccing their battle specials ever. He does have anger, right? I did make him angry. We saw it on stream. Yeah, he's got anger and guard, and that's it. Regular flutter. A little bit of damage, huge withering on that. Violent Shell, 33%. It is going to land. I simply would not have missed the 90+% attack. That's all I'm going to say. GG's. This is payback for the last 2 fucking monsters I made. Oh, karmic realignment or something. GG's, Macho. I think your monster's better, but a lot of the time that doesn't matter. Alright. Thumb up next. Mochi? Hell yeah. Yeah, start a prediction. It was a fun set. That was pretty fun. You won 5,000 chips? Look, it bet on my boy. That's all I'm saying. Almost the exact same build. He's got 3 more life, though. Nighton's such a fun monster, man. They gave him, like, incredible sharpness. He has the most, like, the biggest sharp tech in the game. With Million Whips. It's tied with, I think, Metal Nerd's sharp tech. Well, one, Backcharge 35. And Blizzard. I don't think either of my guys this year are as good as Sinisterhood, but I didn't feel like making sure try-hard guys. Yeah, that's... I feel that. 97% on the Mochi. Oh, cool build. No int tags. Spike Shell. Good damage. Violent Shell would have killed there, brother, on a crit. Thrust. Gonna do good damage because he has the big guts lead. Headbutt. Never really what you want to see your monster using. He's got guard. Alright, this is not good for me. It's good if he doesn't attack. Getting guard and then dodging is pretty sick. Wow. He's just going to hold on to guard. Does he get anger? And there's the anger. Look at the guts lead. Whip. Ka-chow. Battle specials came in handy there. Holy moly. Longest guard I've ever seen? Yeah, I know. Me too. Guard does last a while. It's just that, you know, when you attack, it goes away. The world's slowest Ka-chow. Thumb not wanting to use that giant press. Ka-chow would be a great name for a Radial Nighton. I think I've seen people do it before. Rip the Whip is personal and also very funny because we didn't get any of the whip line. Judge check, make sure he's not controlling the monster. Caught? Caught? That was me doing... I did that on purpose to, like, try and prove. Okay, not enough damage. Thumb's gonna win this one, I'm pretty sure. It'll be very hard to lose it. Slap comes in. 69. Giant Press just does so much damage, man. Thumb just wants to stick his fingers in Rip's gills for some reason. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, yeah. Oh, 86 miss on thrusts. Soundwave L gonna do a little bit of withering. No one's procking anger, eh? Another Soundwave. Keeping the guts fairly similar, all things considered. Oh, there's the anger, though. Angry Headbutt. God, his move speed is so bad. There's a Violent Shell, 95%. The crits! It's gonna be enough. Rip the Whip takes it. Huge guts deficit, still gets the KO. Thumb just having a little fun. Alright, GG's. You guys watched the last two streams and you're like, I got a bet against Nash, and now you've lost all your money. So, bad day for the doubters, that's all I'm gonna say. Lulled you into a false sense of security with building bad monsters. And now I've built a bad monster and you're like, well, this is just as bad as the other ones. And okay, who is next? I want you died. This will be interesting. Is it another hopper? Okay, start prediction. We don't need to go a minute. 30 seconds on this one. Let's go. Nero's one of your other lightweight monsters. We could do that too. I'm going to go through all of the monsters that have been listed. We got Garlic Bread up next, and then Nero after that. Why does I Want You Died sound so familiar? Because it's been around before. They just said that they remade it. 45-55 on the bets in I Want You Died's favor. Hopper combo the key to winning this. It's a funnier move than we've ever had. Alright. This is pretty bad for me. I need some hooks or some jabs. Phantom Claw is okay too. There's the anger. Let's get in there. Build up them guts. Big guts lead. Violent Shell. Miss at 84. This is unfair. This only ever happens to me. No one else ever misses a move. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see what just happened. Don't worry about it. Hook. Ha. Okay, numbing stab. You got this, brother. Into the... Oh, Phantom Claw again. go! Don't. You got one shot. It's fair. It's fair when it happens to me. It's fair. It's the game we play. What, you gonna complain about that?
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Oh my god, man. This is like very silly. It's literally karmic realignment for the last two monsters. You're gonna roll down whip? You could kill off of this, brother. Maybe not. Lightning. Is he still gonna lose? The other guy can just attack so much more. It's not fair he can attack so much. Stop attacking. Okay. Alright, man. We've learned nothing today. Should've got million whips just for the name. But rip the whip implies that there's no whip. Rabbit made a nest in our backyard and babies are so cute. That's cool. I hope they don't get eaten. Okay, garlic bread up next. I think with how little he's proccing anger, if I had something in slot 3, he'd just be like attacking way too often. How many more am I testing against? I'm gonna go for a little bit. Had to do some extra policing of Basil, yeah. I can imagine. He's a healer, right? So probably pretty high prey drive on it. We got a couple of blue healers in our building, and they're like pretty aggressive towards Bacon. And I remember one time I was on the elevator and the guy's dog lunged for Bacon and I straight up just kneed it in the forehead. Like, and the guy was like obviously taken aback. And it looked like he wanted to say something. And I'm like, what? Fucking say it. You don't have your dog under control. He lunged for my dog and I jumped in the way. I'm sorry if your dog has a headache now. I don't know. Some owners are like, if your dog is like that, you need to like get your shit together. It's okay that some breeds have high prey drive, but you just need to like be aware of it at all times. Not super nice other dogs are strangers. Yeah, I get that. Ooh, violent shell into spike shell. That's a lot of withering, a lot of damage. Violent Shell opener is so fucked up, man, if you can't dodge it, because it does so much withering. And like a pretty solid chunk of damage. It did nothing. Stab. Big damage here. Ooh, good crit. Both got the same amount of guts. Next hit wins. Just like that. Comes down to it. Ice Bomb range. Violent Shell can't. Who's going to swing first? Both monsters can. What do we see first? Soundwave, 99%. I do believe that's it. Specifically because it's me. If it was the other guy, maybe not so much. GG's GOAT. Very close matches, though. You guys still don't believe in the shell, eh? He's got the mandate of heaven. I don't know why you're voting against him. Okay, Nero was next. And then Chop Chop after that. Making bank with this Nighton. People just, they don't believe. Nero Cock. Ooh, interesting. Okay, predictions live. Who do you guys like? Oh yeah, you said Nutcracker as well. Yeah, we'll put Nutcracker in after this, and then we'll do Zaff's monster. I don't think there's anyone else who's said anything. I think that's it. People still betting against the boy. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Well, you know, he's just really good. Nicotine and try, but it's bedtime. It's bedtime. Yeah, I mean, we'll do Nicotine last. We'll do also Chi-Chi's. We got Chop Chop. And then no, we had something else before Chop Chop, right? Nutcracker, yeah. Nutcracker, Chop Chop, Nicotine, Recoil Rex, and then we'll go. And then I think that'll be it. Is it this O or the other O? Is your turn to get tech mode? Rips on a rampage. This is certainly a name. All right. Start prediction. Who do you like? Low skill build. Obviously good in this matchup. You'd say he's on a tear. He's on a rip and a tear. So Nutcracker, Nicotine, and then Recoil Rex, and then we'll call it. Okay, what do we got? 55-45, about split. You guys bet on him when he's like easily the underdog? I feel that. You've been proven wrong too many times. Chop. Combo, baby. Big damage. You seen anger? We do. You can at least get back into it. Just don't use whip. Soundwave L? Okay, well, you don't get to attack again. Not for a little while, at least. Does he not have slap? He hasn't, like, shown slap at all. Does he, like, actually not have slap? That's so crazy. Is this a legal monster? Does this guy not have the basics? Did you do like tech removal? You're just like, yeah, just like let's do like a tech removal monster. Pretty close considering I'm fighting a cheater. Oh, he's got power. Wow. You know what go good right now? A slap. Yeah, no, this monster has tech removal. You should at least like mention that it's got tech removal before you put him in the match. Some tournaments allow for like removal of certain techs, but the tournament my guy's in does not, so. Rip is putting the spare in spare tire. What? Oh, there's the rolling chop. Alright, well, I'm honestly not gonna pay that out. Feels like tech removal is actually a hindrance here. I don't think so. I think wasting guts on attacks that do no damage is probably like not ideal for him. Okay, we got Nutcracker up next. Nutter. Crack is C-R-A-C-K. Why is crack censored? Heard no payout. Did I forget it was a tech deletion mon? Yes. Okay, predictions live. Crack is a bad word. This is crack. It's okay. The matches were close. They were like last hit in both games. PB told me crack is bad. This is crack. I remember that. The shit didn't even play in Canada. Didn't know there's Monster Rancher 2 betting game that is happening on Twitch. I wonder what they're using for betting. That's like a whole thing. Monster Bet is this like weird... I don't know how to describe it really without being like very, very negative. Hidden Sting, a little bit of damage. Good withering on it. But basically the guy, like, you know, he was hanging out in the community for a little bit. And then he changed it into, like, you buy, like, NFTs of the monsters and the monsters can fight. And then nobody was watching it, so he paid for, like, hundreds of bots to watch the channel and inflate the numbers. And then would, like, brag about how many people were watching his, like, monster betting sim. Despite knowing full well it was botted. It was just, like, a very bizarre... Like, I don't know. It's just strange all around. And numbing stab, brother, you're gonna lose because you don't want to attack. Shama shots. It's also like, it was just like very circle jerky because like his friends would like come into the Discord and be like, he's created something better than Monster Rancher. Like, this is like maybe the greatest auto battler of all time. And just like really like overhyping it for no reason. Like we already thought it was pretty cool. And so it kind of left like a bad taste in everyone's mouth where they're just like, I don't want to like watch this or like be involved in this. Claw Assault, no! I got hit by a nutter. GG's. Yeah, speed's usually the go-to defensive stat, but like Mosh was saying, you can't outscale your opponent's... Like, you can't raise your speed enough to like... make it so... you are... You can't raise your life and speed at the same time, basically is what it is. You can actually outscale your opponent's skill with your speed in this format, but it comes at the caveat of having to run very low life. So like Macho's monster, who's running high speed, has to run like 200 life, which means that he's susceptible to a bunch of techs that have like 30% chance to hit. Not a great chance to hit, but you know, if you get O-code by 30%, that's all of a sudden pretty spooky. Whereas life, like, you know, it's not great in a situation like this where if everyone else is a tank, you can like forego going into skill, and then that allows you to like bolster your other stats pretty much. Like we saw with the arrowhead there, he had extra points in defense. But as soon as you run into a speed monster with 115 skill, like you're in trouble. I did that with the ape too, right? I have my ape with high speed and low skill. Okay, after Nutcracker we had Nicotine and then Recoil Rex. Everyone's trying to wither me. If you want, I know Fulgur's up. That was the DXP I'm on last year. No, we're going to be ending soon. We're just doing 2 more matches and then we're calling it. This has been fun though. So one legal monster has been able to beat Rip the Whip. Yeah, I paid out the Nutter winners, don't worry. You'll be nutting good tonight. God, I'm so excited. My gig tomorrow got canceled, and obviously, like, you know, you want work because you need to pay rent and shit. But it's just very nice to have an extra day off to, like, recover from the recovery, even, of the accident. Like, it's very, like, mentally draining, and so I wasn't able to work on anything this weekend. Bit of an excuse on my part, I suppose, but, you know, I'm gonna allow it. And so it'll be nice tomorrow to, like, get some stuff done. New Rancher Rundown coming out tomorrow. Very excited about that. And then another video on Wednesday. Good damage, good withering. Nicotine. Does he have claw combo too, or just slash claws? A little bit of a huge guts lead, I should say. Oil spray is what to look out for right now. Oil spray does decent damage. Like, it's pretty solid damage-wise. And it does a lot of withering. Oh, good damage on Slash Claw. Kato's basics are really strong, too. It's a new Ranch Rundown Durahan. Yep. Dodge. We're in there. We're in there. 68%. Get his ass. You want to run low skill against me, fucker? I guess it's not low skill. It's basically the same build as me. That move's just super inaccurate. Okay, you know what? I take it back. That's not fair at all. We shouldn't be dodging like that. What is this? I like he gets the slash and then he pushes him back. He's like, get the fuck out of here. I did what I want to do. And then the slow walk forward to get him again. Not a lot of anger procs. There's the reel, though. Get out of here. No, 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 no. Is that it? Is that how it ends? Is this how it ends? No. It wasn't enough. Brother, you got to go in. Beat his ass. You have the guts. Go for it. Oh, he's still in it. Okay, it's not over. It's not over. Relax. Okay. Oh my god. Poor Kato. Oh, the reel wearing off. Not doing enough damage. Are you hearing for your lawyer? I'm sorry. Did I win the first game or did I lose it? I don't even remember. Was that 1-1 or 2-0? That was 2-0, right? The second match was so much better than the first one. The oil spray missed. Yes, that's right. Okay, and then we had Recoil Rex. I'm assuming Firebomb Zoom. Recoil Rex, starring Whoopi Goldberg. I was legit about to ask if that was a tank Kato, but with hit percents like that, not a chance. I mean, it was a tank Kato. Okay. Started prediction. Can crit Firebomb kill here? I think it can. It's like 64s.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with the details.
That's very funny. Who swings first? It comes down to whoever swings first. Okay, 94% on Rip the Whip. Don't put that bad juju on me. What the fuck? Balance Shell opener? All right. I love Wild Saurian. I'll always have like a special place in the heart for Wild Saurian for winning the Speeble. Bite gonna do good damage. Yeah, look at that. Good crit. And again. He's got real. So Whip's not gonna do a lot of damage. It's not gonna do any damage. That's fine. It's gonna wear it out. Oh, he still has real active? Does he survive it? Barely. He's got enough guts. Yeah, Firebomb with real. Still gonna do 250 damage. Looks like spinach? He does kind of look like spinach. Classic clip? It is a classic clip. I gotta fight the two real monsters back to back, eh? Tail into Fireball, good damage there. But now do we see Violent Shell? Spike Shell? That's enough. 299 and I'm feeling fine. GG's. That's a sick build. Just fire it and hope for the best. I love it. It's kind of what I'm doing too. Except not nearly enough damage. Alright guys, that was super fun. I lost once. Everything there was completely fair. There was no shenanigans. There was absolutely no good luck on my side. Never lucky, you know. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Thanks. I'm gonna be streaming hopefully more this week. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow for sure. Wednesday, I think I'm done in the morning. Yeah, so I got, what do you call it? Hey, Zeckles, thank you. I have sparring Wednesday night, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough energy to go. Friday, I can stream. Yeah, and then actually April looks really light right now. I'll have to take a look to see if it fills up. Because right now it's quite slow. May is insane. And then we have, what do you call it? We have the tournament. We have Combo Breaker at the end of May. It's right here. Combo Breaker. Sign up. ! CB. Or if you're on YouTube, just look in the description. Combo Breaker is a fighting game tournament, huge fighting game tournament that takes place in Chicago every year. And we have a Monster Rancher bracket happening there. Super fun. In-person fights. Super sick last year. Very excited to do it again. What date is DXBL start up? Tentatively Monday. Next Monday. And it depends on if I can get all of my stuff ready in time. And if not, then it'll be the 14th. Soon, though. So get your guys ready. All right, let's find someone to raid. This is a fun stream. I do want to do more streams in the next little bit. Mostly to deal with the car thing, especially like, you know, I'm going to be okay financially because of it, because the insurance is going to pay for it. Not the end of the world. But my big thing was that I paid off the car, right? I had nothing left on it. And so I was really looking forward to just not paying for anything for the next little while and just like saving some money. And now I don't know if I'm going to get to do that. So, you know, my plans for saving up might be taking a pretty significant hit. And so hopefully streaming a little bit more to make a little bit more moolah, more videos and all of that. But yeah, so, you know, one man's crisis is a random YouTube viewer's, whatever you call it, benefit. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Whatever, man, you get it. I'm going to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.